Hi, my name is Robert McLeman, and this video is a short introduction for students in Wilfrid Laurier University ES101, an introduction to their first lab in which we're encouraged to think about breakfast as a system. Now that's not typically how we think about breakfast, but the reality is that the food that we eat on our breakfast table, or for any meal for that matter, is an output of very complex interactions between natural and human systems. And so what we're going to do in this lab is to think about these in a little bit more detail. Now, we can generally categorize what we eat for breakfast in three ways. One is that we eat whole foods, like a banana, that is a type of food that we eat it in a form in which it's commonly found in nature. Second is processed foods, in which we take ingredients from nature, we transform them, and then create something else, like a granola bar. Then there's also composite foods, which is like a bowl of cereal, where in it you have whole foods, like perhaps some sliced fruit, but also some lightly processed food like milk, and then some more heavily processed food like the breakfast cereal itself. And so what we want to do in this lab is to do three things, I guess. One is to trace the geographic origins of a common breakfast food that we like to eat. The second thing is to track the movements of the ingredients of that breakfast food as it moves through the system. And the third is to look at the non-food inputs that go into creating our breakfast. And one of the sort of outcomes that we want to do is to consider some of the ecosystem capital and natural resources that are necessary to make these food systems possible. So what we're going to do is we're going to meet with our teaching assistants in our labs. We'll have a discussion about the expectations for the assignment and get thinking about food systems. And then for a homework assignment, what each student is going to do is to create a flow chart that tracks these three aspects of the movements, the geographic origins, and the non-food inputs of a common breakfast food that they like to eat. So you're going to create a flow chart. Second thing is a one-page written analysis of that flow chart and the movement of the food through the system. And then the third is to provide some evidence that you've done a little bit of research to back up some of your assumptions about food systems. Now, the written instructions are fairly detailed, and what you're going to create is a simple document that you're going to submit electronically through My Learning Space. So I hope you have a little fun with this tutorial, and I hope you had a good breakfast, and I'll see you in class.